What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chelsea Explained, and I hope you're doing fantastic, enjoying the summer, having something cold to drink, something nice to eat. Maybe not too strong drinks though. I'm just kidding, but we're gonna go through the latest transfer stories, and as usually I give you my thoughts and opinions around it. So let's get into it immediately. And we are being linked, of course, with Aaron Anselmino for a couple of weeks now, and the deal is set to be done soon. We have the latest from both Athletic and Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea are close to completing the signing of Aaron Anselmino from Boca Juniors, with talks now at advanced stages. The 19-year-old is set to sign on a 6-year deal and will join for a fee in the region of £17 million, which I don't think is too expensive. And it seems to be this modern type, press-resistant defender, good in possession, and is going to join Strasbourg on a loan immediately. Now, if the loan move will be for 1 or 2 years, I'm not sure. I guess it's going to be 1 year. And that could be beneficial, joining a League One side where he could get regular game time under Patrick Vieira, develop, getting game time, because I feel like we have to be really smart with the loan moves now. There is a couple of players that we have bought and we have wasted their sort of time in last season by giving them loan moves where they don't necessarily get the game time they need. So loaning Anselmino to our affiliate club Strasbourg, I think could help him a lot, and I think that is a smart move. And for a week ago we just held a talk with Boca Juniors around the player, but now we are in advanced stages, and Fabrizio Romano clarifies that the player has said yes to join us. The only thing that we are waiting for now is club-to-club agreement with Boca Juniors to be completed. Maybe that could be around the fee, maybe we're adding some add-ons in the deal depending on performances, etc. But it looks like Aaron Anselmino will soon become a Chelsea player. So let me know your thoughts around the Argentine defender. And when we're talking about Strasbourg, we have actually, or not we, it's actually Strasbourg, but we sort of own that. We have purchased a player to Strasbourg called Oscar Perea from Colombia, under 20 of Atlético Nacional, and he will travel to Strasbourg, but this is on a permanent deal, not on a loan move from Chelsea. And he's set to complete his medical today. Only an 18-year-old guy we purchased for only the 2-3 million margins in euros, even cheaper in pounds. He's a left winger, seems to be talented. He's a guy that if he performs at Strasbourg, we could purchase him from them and they go straight to Chelsea. I mean, that could be something to look into. I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on him and see how it goes for him in a Strasbourg shirt in League One. Now we got some other stories, and these stories broke out yesterday that we had contacted Newcastle around Alexander Isak, and immediately when I saw this transfer news, I felt, no way, this is never going to happen under these owners. If we couldn't secure Olise, if we thought Nico Williams' release clause was too expensive, of course we were never going to go in for Alexander Isak, who would be the double amount of money, and he would also like to gain higher wages. So as soon as I saw this news, there's no way this is happening. And of course Newcastle is not going to sell him for cheap to a rival, whilst he's also a key player for them in the attack. Now, would I love Isak at Chelsea? Of course. I'm from Sweden. He's from Sweden. An absolute baller. I think the type of striker and the qualities he has would slot into Enzo Maresca's style of play pretty good. I think his link-up play and movement and the finishing is astonishing. But it's not going to happen. It is unrealistic, and Fabrizio Romano has updated us with that we consider Isak absolutely too expensive. So we're not going to sign any elite players under these owners. We're only going to go for the players under 25, and that will cost low in terms of wages. It clarifies here as well from Liam Toomey, do not expect Chelsea to deviate from their youth-focused recruitment strategy anytime soon. Co-sporting directors have been tasked by owners to target the best young talent in world football. Chelsea's goal is to reach a point at which their squad will never again be left short of elite talent in any area. Sure, they might be elite talent, and they might be producing at the clubs now. Maybe they have a really promising future. I mean, Paes and Estevao is absolutely killing it for their club. Well, the only thing I'm afraid of is if these players will they really be in the right environment at Chelsea, since they won't have any elite manager players, experienced players to look up to in the team. We won't have that sort of nice mix that, for example, Real Madrid has. And for how long can we be patient? Are we going to have to be patient for 4 or 5 years? I mean, we can only hope that it's going to turn out well, and hope that they're killing it in Premier League immediately. That's what we would want. Of course, that's what I want. But is it going to happen under these circumstances and in the environment they're being put in? That's where I honestly have my doubts. So I will go away from this youth project. We signed so many of these guys. We don't need to sign anymore. Now I think we should complement them. But we know we are not a serious institution that has ambitions to win every trophy every single year. We're looking for 5 years ahead of time. So that's how I'm feeling around it. I'm not going to dwell too much about it though. But we're moving on to some other stories. Top clubs such as Chelsea and Bayern München have asked about Valencia's Georgian goalkeeper, Georgi Mamardashvili. I heard also stories that Anselmino is happy to keep Sanchez and Petrovic. But then also come out stories that from Fabrizio Romano and other journalists that we're looking to target a goalkeeper. This was roughly a month ago that we got those news. So I'm not so sure. I think Georgie will be a very expensive goalkeeper, and I bet you that he will also ask for high wages. So I mean, he's a very tall goalkeeper. He's one of the best goalkeepers in the Euros in the current moment. He's good when it comes to playing out from the back, and that's the sort of goalkeeper Enzo wants. So we will see how this develops. It's a goalkeeper I would definitely take. I think he would be an upgrade on both Petrovic and Sanchez. So we will see if these stories will continue to develop in the coming days. Fabrizio Romano confirms, and we have spoken about this player for the last 2 videos. Mark Guiu to Chelsea. Here we go. The club has just informed Barca on plan to trigger the £5 million release clause for the 2006-born striker. Verbal agreement in place for Guiu's agents, now proceeding with formal steps later this week. Guiu expected to sign long-term deal at Chelsea, and there were also updates yesterday that he has said yes. He rejected Barca's new contract offer because we were tripling his wages, and he also news that he will have a part in Enzo Maresca's first team. So could he be a forward that rotates with Nicolas Jackson? That could be interesting. He has scored a goal in La Liga and Champions League this season. Still a young guy, but he's looking like a sort of Diego Costa type of forward. That is aggressive, has physical presence, is operating inside the box, and there's where he will have his biggest threat. Moving on to the last story from Jay Percy from Telegraph. Chelsea have registered their interest in Nottingham Forest centre-back Murillo, who is emerging as a target for new Chelsea head coach Enzo Maresca. We can just clarify that Enzo will not have much power, so that they even putting him in there and saying that he's asking for the player is not true. The owners and sporting directors are the ones that have a say in the transfer market. Continues further, Forest rate him at a £70 million fee. I think we were linked with him last summer, but he chose to go to Forest, and therefore we signed other players. Murillo had an okay season for Forest. we need also a center back that is going to replace Chalobah. Maybe we can add Chalobah in this deal and get this fee down. I mean, I will maximum pay 30 million for this guy. Nowhere near. I will never pay 70 million for this guy. He's not like an elite center back in the moment. If we could swap with Chalobah and maybe add a 10 million pound fee on that. Because we have replaced Thiago Silva with Tosin. If we're selling Chalobah, we need to replace him with someone. But then we could have just signed Anselmino straight to Chelsea and not loan him out to Strasbourg. So I'm not surely... I don't really feel this story is so true. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we're gonna go after Murillo if it's gonna cost 70 million pounds. I think there are other positions we need to sign in first, as for example we need a new forward, a winger, maybe a new goalkeeper, left back in case Chilwell is getting sold and doesn't suit Enzo's style of play. Let me know then, of course, how you feel around the latest transfer stories. Do you think Murillo will happen? Do you think Chelsea will get Alexander Isak, or do you feel it's impossible? How you feel around Guiu and Anselmino joining Chelsea's, and around Mamardashvili? Is this a goalkeeper you would replace Sanchez with? I think I would honestly do that. He's having a stunning Euro at the moment. So this is going to be all it for the video. If you're brand new here, of course, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my page, hit that notification bell down below, and I thank you so much for watching, and I'm out. Peace.